People of class, welcome to today's review where I'm bringing you some of my favorite clones in my collection. Have I ever seen them before in the Clone Wars? No. Have I ever seen them before in a comic book or some side story? Fortunately not. So that is why I was very happy to get these guys. I just bought it, put it on my shelf, and now I regret doing that, as you will see in the video. I love each and every single one of these for their own reasons, but I have two favorites out of the bunch. Anyways, let's get to it. Well, for today, as promised for once, because I didn't give you guys the red group or the clones that we first saw in the show, I'm going to give you my main green guys. So before I get into the names, I do have two of these guys to complete the set with their commander up front, but I don't really feel like I need to review two of the same characters, so instead I added a Goji. So starting with their names, we got another long one like the Clone Tank Gunner Commander. We got a Hailfire Aerial Trooper, and on the right of him we have Buzz. On the left we have Draa, Goji finishing left side, and then just a regular Hailfire Trooper on the right side. So I do not have the Hailfire that came, or of course that was supposed to complete this set, because I didn't really want it just yet. I mean, I do, but I don't want to pay an extra $50 for it in bots not be able to review it. Especially the same with Draa and I'm forgetting their names already. Draa and Buzz. So Buzz does have his own speeder. The only thing is that I don't have his original speeder. I have two different ones, which I will bring out later on. So for what each of them come with, because Buzz has so much, weirdly enough, this is a weird lot. A pilot comes with a machine gun. He comes with a new rocket launcher that I never had before. He comes with basic stuff, but upgraded and with the jetpack as well. He comes with a dang speeder bike, and then the trooper, he's just in the pack, so I don't really want to say he comes with anything other than the original stuff, but considering that you can buy him in the pack with the aerial unit, I do have to say that they do come pretty packed pretty dang nicely. Before I get to reviewing each one, because I do have two of the regular troopers, I will be using both of them to show what it looks like with the DC-17 and DC-15S to kind of give you a broader idea of what they're going to look like, especially the same with Goji having a machine gun and Draa having a new bazooka in my collection. It's weird, I've never seen that one before, nor have I ever had it. I will show you my bag of weapons I have. So to get into the first figure, I have to say that out of this lot, it's hard to say, but because of the articulation and the amazing paint decals, I have to say that this guy is kind of my favorite. Main reason why is because he comes with a lot on the basic body that I love in comparison to the statuesque bodies, which sucks to say, but the rest of them have in this lot. And he's just the full package for me. He has great detail. He has added ab and belt details, so that just adds to it. Knee, shin, and great decals, and then also a removable helmet with, as usual, amazing face paint. I really don't have anything else that I want out of this. And just like Commander Blythe, the head does have amazing detail, and the visor does move down without a single problem, and you can move it forward and back just in case it feels a little too tight. But my one thing that I like on this are just the fang details under the eyes, or like mythosaur kind of horns. I love that. One other thing I like on this guy is the jetpack. It's not the same colors as him. It is the same lower colors, but I'm used to, let's say, people like Jango Fett of where the main colors, I was even asking my mom this, what do you think of when you think of Jango Fett or his colors? Blue or purple, whichever one you decide on, blue and silver. And then with this, they went with a green, I don't know, that other kind of green, and then they said that, oh yeah, let's not make the backpack the focus point like it is on Jango per se, or Boba, depending on which movie or comic that you choose to look at. It looks really nice, and especially just in toy form. I love the silver, I love the missile on top. I can't really get it out, or let's say I can't really shoot it out, which is a bummer, so it's more of just a placeholder or something that that you can tab in, but it is very secure, so no threat there. Other than the actual connection joint, it is loose at times. I don't know why it's good now, but just a little heads up. But now to get into the articulation, he is of course on the same regular old clone body that I've shown you guys plenty of times before. He has amazing posability for this line, and I like to say this line every time because we're in the Black Series line age where they are better, they should be better, and they will be better than this stuff that came out when I was a kid. And oh, I'm just realizing the old owner might have glued the torso. Well, that sucked. Anyways, leg mobility, you know, it's a yup. Wow, not that great back. And then he does have a ankle up and down. Also with the wrist, it is just thumb to pinky on the right and up and down on the wrist on the left. Before I move on, I wanted to show you guys the bots of weapons I have. So this is what I mean when I'm kind of limited. So to start off with the DC-15, DC-17 is that I mainly just have the basics. So the kind of DC-15s I have in this are of course just the standards. There's nothing really special, there's no amazing paint apps, it's not the special edition with the dry brushing. I do have a few of those, but I'm not trying to show you those because I want you to know that I can't show you guys their exact weapon for everyone because I unfortunately don't have that. When I get into DC-15, I'll show you why. And also, if you guys can, just to put out a heads up, if someone is selling ARC Trooper weapons, do buy them, please do, because this one that actually goes to the Clone Wars ARC Troopers, I've seen some people sell this for 15 bucks, man. It ain't that important, I get it, it's a collector's thing, but the only way that I would buy this ever again is if it came with the backpack and pistols, hint hint. Now for DC-15, this comes very much in handy with today's clones. So as you can see, there's a different handle, there's a different muscle size, and different overall shaping of the blasters. So the first one, I'm pretty sure you guys can all notice it and the differences, but if you have a regular clone on a regular body, the top one is the one that you'll want because the bottom handle will not fit into the standard clone's hands. It will warp it. That's probably what happened to one of my clones. Why no gun will ever fit into his hand until I fix it. Now for the second gun, the reason why it is shaped like this is because it is a new hand for the statuesque bodies, which I will show when I bring those out. If you can, and when you buy weapons lots for these figures, please look at the handle and the barrel. Those two will be the biggest signs and differences that you need to notice when you want to complete a figure. I don't know about the DC-15S if it does have different handles because I frankly don't have that. I just have the regulars in the Black Series or TVC versions. Unfortunately, I can't give you a heads up on those. An instance like this is why you want to watch out also for when you buy them, because a lot of them that I had to unfortunately cut in half to where I would have to glue those two pieces together, and then as you can see here, someone forced the handle into his hand, has permanently warped and damaged the gun. So also when you're buying weapon lots, look at damage. Don't just buy it because you need it unless you are willing and able to fix it. The only times where I would say you wouldn't really need to worry about it are on the DC-15S's, because if the handle is warped, yes, does it warp the gun in turn? Yes. But it also means that you won't have to worry about damaging a prime one. Like this one, is it prime? No, the handle is a little twisted, but it can fit in his hand better. So just like I was saying before, get the right guns for the statuesque or the basic clones to complete them, and then look at the handles. If the handles are warped, know that they may be damaged, it may not fit in the hand, but if they have a little bit of a twist, it is okay. I would say get those ones, warp them yourself. Do not get the ones that someone messed up for honestly premium price. They're not that worth it. You can just remold these if you have the proper tools. Now for the main difference in the way that each clone holds them, as you saw before, the other one couldn't really hold in his hand because if I did, I would have stressed his own hand or the weapon. And this one, this is the reason why the handles are important, because these handles were meant to fit very, very comfortably into the hand, as you can see there. Do not mismatch these, because with this one, its hands are too, I don't want to say big, because these ones honestly are bigger, but because the handle is wider, this one has a wider grip. These ones are more of a narrow, small, and tight grip, so that is why it's important. If you want to complete them, get the right gun. Anyways, moving into the basic Hailfire Clone Trooper, here's what they look like with their weapons. It is pretty nice, it's pretty basic. Unfortunately, they are posability locked with the poses that they can get. I mean, of course, if you know how to make static poses look good, you won't have a problem, but for someone like me, I'm learning how to make static poses look good. Especially since with this one, these clones, they actually look like they're supposed to be holding the weapons like this. The other base bodies, they don't, unfortunately. But anyways, to get past that, I love the detail on these guys. Yes, these ones are a little warped. Of course, all of the second hands I get are gonna be warped. There is some paint damage, there is scuff, there is whatever, but he's still in great condition. Both of them, actually. None of them are beyond repairable damage. They're just, I have to clean them up. Yes, I may have to paint over them, or, you know, battle damage. So, it ain't the end of the world. But for the posability, I do have to say that it's alright. It's not great. It's just like what I was saying with Jet, is that he was great. He was a blend between a normal clone trooper body, someone like this guy, and a statuesque body. So there were high points, but unfortunately this is a statuesque body. And I'm starting with the shoulder because that's all you're gonna get going up and out. It's sad, but that is how they want it for some reason. And maybe this is a good point. There is a tight ratchet joint. I don't know what that's about, but I love it. Now for the head, is it, oh my gosh, actually yes, it is amazing. It is quite great. The ball joint is tiny, so it allows a whole lot of space in the head for there to be a whole lot of movement. I love it. Looking down, you can actually look down or glance down, whichever one you prefer to deem it as. The arm has more than 90. Wonderful bend. I wish the other ones had it. There is no ab up and down. There is just a rotation, but mine is very tight, so I'm not going past those points. I couldn't take the gun out the hand. And also with these two, they are ambidextrous, so you can put the weapon in the left hand or the right hand, whichever one you prefer. For delays going up, as you know, not that much. Going back, you can go back further. Knee bend, almost 90, almost, but he's more of just walking upstairs, so I wouldn't really consider that. And to not damage the detailing, there is no up and down at the heel, unfortunately, or at the ankle. There's just a straight or a single piece shin, let's say. Other than that, do I like the statues? Unfortunately, not completely because of how stiff they are. But again, if you can figure out how to work with stiff figures, you can get some pretty nice poses. I mean, I love this pose. I'll probably leave him with this in hand. So if you can work with it and find ways to add into your collection, I would say, yeah, these guys are worth it. But just to have them, to throw them in the back, just don't waste your money. Now, before I get into Draa, Buzz, and Goji, here is my rocket launcher, Gatling gun, and whatever else bag. That is probably a clone, probably a droid. I don't know. I got them mixed up at this point. And then here is Draa's bazooka. I will show you guys first so that you can understand just how shocked I am. It's like the detail on this is amazing. There's a strap on it. Yes, it broke, but boo-hoo. The handle looks great. Yes, there is some warping, but it's not the end of the world. And this looks like an accurate Clone Wars rocket launcher. And then you get into the versions that I got, and it's like, whoa, this is a tube. Like a actual just tube with a rocket at the end of it. This is why I thought that those rocket launchers were supposed to be. Maybe this is a droid one. I don't know. All I know is that for years, these were the only ones I was able to get. And if not those, then I was able to get the old Battlefront 2 rocket launcher ones, where they had, let's say, you had to finagle to put them on the clone's shoulder, and then you can get just a few poses before it falls off or damages the hand forever. Not to say that these are bad. I love them. I grew up with them. It's just that looking at these two in comparison to Draas that I just found a while ago, it's like even the size difference is insane. I really wish I could have got more of these, but then I also understand the love of these being actual launchers. So it kind of tore me up, but then it's like, like it's easier to spend $5 and get 3 of these instead of having to spend another $20 to get one of Draa's rocket launchers, which is a bummer. So I can't get as many of those as I have of these, but oh well, at least I have one now. And for once, I can finally say, here's everything that he comes with. He comes with an amazing backpack. This is my first clone backpack, and I love it. I understand why it's going for so much money, man. And the fact that it actually holds stuff that is actual cloth and it's not a button system, but more of a soft plug system. I don't really want to take it out because I can feel the cloth straining, but with him looking like this, man, I love it. This is the kind of stuff that I love to wear when I'm playing Star Wars games, or I'm always the heavy. I have the rocket launcher, I have the Gatling gun, and the DC-15. I love this. I might just leave him posed like this because this is actually everything he comes with. Of course, it's not his official stuff other than the rocket launcher and his backpack, but I love the rifle and I love how he looks like this. This is just amazing. This is my favorite figure in the lot for looks, just because when you give him everything, he can hold everything for once. I'm not really going to go into articulation because it's the same as the rest of them, same as the guys before, but I will get a little bit more into detail. As you can see on his shoulder, he has an amazing decal on there, and especially just the stripes all around his body are amazing. He has a nice one that doesn't go all the way around his back, but goes to his back plate and then nicely warts up to his shoulder, goes to his sides and then to his abdomen. Same with his face. He has a nice red emblem on the side of his helmet and then his horn up top. Man, this looks great. I love this guy. Is he worth the money? Yes, but again, he is not cheap. If you get him in bots, I mean, congrats. I'm happy for you. I don't mean to sound mean, even though I am. I would gladly get another guy just so that I can have his actual weapon set and just get another one of these. This is one I would highly recommend if you can grab him. Now for Draa, I have to say that he's the one that really, let's say, breaks the barriers on the statuesque bodies, because he has delays like some ARC troopers or some other clone troopers have, like 5s of where they have posable hip joints to where they can be on the speeder bites, and that makes me like them a lot. That's why I have a whole lot of ARF troopers in my collection. It's because I love those joints, and it's just something that I can't regularly get with the regular clones, and hence they have improved articulation because of it. So yes, this is not his original speeder. The red speeder that I do have, haha, another ARF is on it, so when I review my ARF troopers, I will show them on his somewhat speeder. Really mean is that it's a red speeder, and this is just a green one that's missing the gray bar on top. I don't know why I didn't get it, but I didn't look for it when I bought it, so that's my fault. But anyways, he looks great on it. Of course, is his pose really natural? No, I have to finagle with it a little bit more to get him to sit on there properly, but for now, I'll take it like this. And I do have to say that I do wish that I got him with his speeder bike just to complete the set, also get his weapon, but he really only comes with another DC-15S, so it's like, as you saw, I have a whole bag of them. I probably have 30 of these. I don't need another one just to complete him. I really just want a complete speeder, but that's just me. And because of his leg articulation, I have to say that he is the best one in my collection. Well, best statue in my collection, because of his legs. It just allows him to have more of that oomph, that more of the real pose, more of the regular clone trooper pose that we always see with them having their legs out a little bit too far. It's not really making any sense in real life as to why you do this, but it's a cool pose. And also that with the knee, I'll go into the legs first, you get a whole 360. Just thinking about this hurts to watch, but I had to show it. So the joints are weird. I'm gonna start from the bottom up. Is there an ab? No, there isn't. I was about to say he was gonna become my new favorite. Jet, you're cool, but you're not as cool as him. So the leg goes out, or let's just say, depending on where you move the joint inside the crotch, that's where you will get it. But to bring it forward or back, that's as far as you can get, which is a shame, but with what else he comes with, I will deal. The legs are also non-ratchet, but simulated ratchet, so try not to force it too much. But to go out, you can't do a full 360, but with this being one of the only clones that can actually do this, this is freaking stunning. This is world changing. This is, oh my gosh, I don't know, but you get my point with it. To go up, it's weird, but you know, we get leg posability, so it's alright. It's great to me. There is no, okay, there's rotation. I was about to say swivel, but nah, same thing. So going up and around, just like all the other statuettes, there's not a lot, but there is enough with the simulated ratchet. Arms more 90, and then the head is on the tiny ball joint, so you can get a great up and down. Of course, if you finagle with him in his speeder bike, he can pretty much look straight. You just have to get his legs in the right poses. Now talking about the detail, excuse that. I'll put up a little message here, say if it really should be there or not, but anyways, I like it. I love the head detail. Yes, there is paint freaking everywhere. This was not a clean paint job, especially this one was left out in the sun, seemingly like the sun was hitting it from here and just stretched over. So there is sun damage, there is paint damage, it looks like there's fall damage or dirt damage, I don't know, there's damage to it. Other than that, he does come with some great detailing, and this one I'm pretty sure is the same as Draa, and it looks like it is. So these guys are part of the same squad. I don't remember seeing them. It's kind of like Mace Windu's battalion when they brought the ATTs on the hills. He was probably in that episode, but I don't know. Other than that, he is pretty cool. I love his simple paint design. I love the paint on the inside instead of being on the outside. It blends with the paint going on his torso, and I like how it's on the sides. It goes to under his eyes, his jaw, and then it spread to his chest and stays on the inside. I love that design philosophy. So for posability, if you want a statue of posability, get Buzz, whether he's in the set or out. If you want a good posable figure, get Buzz. I love these guys, but oh my gosh, each one is different for their own way. Now for Goji, this does not work for me. I understand that that's not the right Gatling gun rocket head. I don't care. I have many heads. I'm just gonna leave that on there for the purpose of this review, but I do not understand why they gave Goji, a character that was in 1 to 2 episodes, a Gatling gun. Why would you give a pilot a Gatling gun? I understand it's probably personal preference, but again, why would you give a pilot a Gatling gun? He doesn't need a Gatling gun. I don't see the point of what he would do. He was never shown with a Gatling gun. Anyways, I'm gonna take it out because I'm tired of talking about the Gatling gun. That was the weirdest thing to me. I'm happy that I didn't buy him in bots, because if I did, I would have been like, why does he have a Gatling gun? He doesn't need a Gatling gun. He's a pilot. He has a cool helmet. I love that he's named after Godzilla, but why does a pilot need a Gatling gun? I already said that 100 times. I don't know what the heck that was. Anyways, there's not really a lot to him. He's kind of like the oddball statue that I'm just now figuring out that thing is real. He's very simple. I mean, he's a pilot. He's not supposed to be like Draa, Buzz, or any of the other guys I've reviewed during this. He's just, I mean, what's the biggest thing that you see when you look at him in the show? His helmet. And understandably, his helmet is very nice. It has wonderful detail, wonderful eyes, wonderful just everything. He's a pilot. I mean, I love the pilot helmet. I'm not really a fan of the back, but I understand the reasons for that. And he looks great in his own way. I really do like this guy. I just complained that why does a pilot have a Gatling gun for the last time? Other than that, he's cool. I mean, if you had Oddball before, the basic one on the basic body, you know what to expect. They're great. They are obviously great pilots. Sad thing is that with statue body, he can't sit in a pilot's seat. I mean, maybe with some of the lats that I have, if you finagle him correctly, he can be in a cockpit like this instead of sitting, but it's just awkward to think about. You're a pilot, man. Sit down and focus. Don't stand, because oh my gosh, I don't want to be standing for an hour in a ship while I'm pulling 6 G's, man. That doesn't sound like fun. Other than that, one thing I'm gonna say about this is, if you want a Goji, try not to get one that's sun damaged or just dirt damaged like mine. Especially, I don't know what that little black thing is. I have to chop that off, but if you just want a Goji, you don't care about the damage, I would say get him. He is a nice figure to have. I especially love his name. And that's gonna be it for my review today. I have to say that each of these guys are worth it for their own reasons, but I have to give it to Buzz for being the main guy that I love. Yes, Draa is good, but Draa just doesn't have the posability. If you want the weapons and the cool factor and the real reason to get a statue figure, get Draa. I promise you will not regret it. If you want a good but not oddball pilot, get Goji. If you want a cool 3 set or just individual clones, get the Hailfire droid set. All these guys are amazing for their own reasons. I love them all. I love that they're green. I love that they bring something new to the table for the Clone Wars series, especially for the toys. These are each great pits, but as I will say every time, don't just buy them like I did. I'm having to really look close or get them and rip them out the box. I get 2 of them for cheap, and then one of them I just take out the box, I chuck that thing away, and then the other one I will never open in my life. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found this informative and that you do not just buy clones or weapons for the heck of it. I hope that I'm teaching you to look more than just, ooh, he's cheap. No, get them at a good price with good looks, not damaged. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a nice day. God bless. And for next review, I will be doing the 3 clones in the very first episodes of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Hope you look forward to that. See you soon. Peace.